Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is the third part of the three-part series discussing the principles of starting your new job and business and development. Thank you for joining us.
Business development is usually very important to a young surgeon's success. Oftentimes, I get this objection to people who start their practices and they are slow. They say, I don't want to do business development. I just want to operate. And of course, you just want to operate, but the cases don't normally just fall from the sky and into your OR. So going out, shaking hands, meeting people, and letting them know that you are ready and open for business is often an important part of the job.
So you want to make a good impression when you first start, and this is going to be vitally important to show that you're not there just to see what the practice is going to hand you, but you want to show that you want to contribute to the growth of that practice, and it will require going out to beat the bushes a bit to get it done.
I have had a candidate who was very successful in business development. And he actually found out how to make these very cookies, which you see a picture of. And if you Google brain cookie, you can actually find directions for these right on the internet where he found them. He took these fancy brain cookies around to the offices of referring physicians. Everybody remembered the brain cookies. The cookies are more for the, the staff at the office, but it makes an impression to bring some kind of a little gift of food when you go visiting. Make sure that that the people that you are talking to, the referring physician, and whoever is at the front desk, make sure they have your cell phone number. Sometimes I have seen enterprising people not put their cell phone number on their business card, not have it printed on their card, but instead they have handwritten it on their card, on the front of the card, because it makes the person receiving the card feel a little special, right? Oh, that physician, he gave me his personal cell phone number. And they very intentionally left it off of the card, which seems, maybe a little salesy, but I actually think it's a nice thing to do. It's really important to thank people for every referral that they send you, including the low and the no pay patients. I have had people make this mistake before. A surgeon called me and he told me that he wasn't very busy. And I asked him to tell me what he was doing to develop business. And he says, well, these guys, they only send me the low pay and the no pay stuff. And so I called him and I hassled him about it. I told him, you send me all the junk and I would like to be the physician for all of your patients. And I said, wow. When you told him that the patients he sent you were junk, I wonder how he felt about that. It's really important to always say thank you for a referral, just like you say thank you for a job offer. Even if it's not exactly the referral that you want, because every time you get to handle a referral, you have then an opportunity to develop a relationship with the referring physician. And even if it's not the referral that you most want, if you say thank you for the referral and you follow up with the referring physician to let them know how the patient is doing, you will make a great impression on that doctor. And then the referring physician will be more likely to send you patients in the future. It's also really important sometimes to know if there is a third party that is in charge of deciding who gets what referrals. Some hospitals use referral services, basically, phone people who decide which doctor gets called. And if you're in that situation, it's important to get to know those people and to be really nice to them because they may help determine whether or not you get referrals of patients or not. And ask your employer if a meet and greet reception could be arranged. Recognize it costs money, acknowledge that to the practice, but tell them there is nothing that you would love more than to meet some of the referring physicians in the community. And if a little wine and cheese could be arranged, it would be a great idea for you to be able to shake some hands.
So that's all good advice. I think it's what many have heard before, but the 3 A's of a successful practice, especially when you're first starting your practice, the first A being availability. you have to be available when someone calls to refer you a patient, and the